Alright guys, what's up, it's Zertic here, and today I wanted to go over the things that we could expect in the upcoming patches. Now obviously, just a disclaimer, everything that I say here is not guaranteed to happen. Honestly, some of this stuff might not happen at all, and don't be surprised if it doesn't happen at all. Just because, for the simple fact that you really never know. Maybe Nintendo doesn't want to balance certain things, or they don't want to change certain things, or it's just not important to them and some other things are more important than character balancing or online balancing and so on. So just with that disclaimer, I just want to give you guys everything that I think we can see in the first character balancing patch, or the first major patch. Maybe not something that's in 1.2.2 or 1.2.3, but maybe if we get a 1.3.0 anytime soon, these are things that we can expect to see change. So the first thing that I like to talk about is character balancing, because I think that it's on everybody's mind. Now, just to start with, I don't see anything that is super unacceptable when it comes to different characters and stuff like that. Now, do keep in mind that I am fairly new to Smash, but so far I've been, studying the game a lot, and I really just don't see much that is super ridiculous or, like, just glitchy, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I would like to see, you can expect things like maybe Inkling's extra roller jump to be nerfed or taken out of the game, simply because of the fact that essentially it doesn't really seem like it was a mechanic that was meant to be in the game. It kind of seems like it's essentially like not a bug, but something that was kind of overlooked in the testing process of the game. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, essentially when you're off the map with Inkling, if you use your roller, you actually get an extra jump. I don't think that this is something that was meant to happen, but maybe it works along the mechanics when they're actually on stage. So I'm not really sure, but if this did get taken out of the game, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Now, obviously, like I said, it's not to say 100% that it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Another thing that might be taken out of the game, or at least nerfed, is the fact that Chrom has a suicide kill. If you guys don't know what I mean by this, is essentially when you're off the map and Chrom is with you, if he uses his up B, he can suicide kill you. And if you both have one stock, you will die first and he will die second. Simply for this fact, if you get somebody off the map 3 times, you can essentially win the game in literally 30 seconds. I think that this is a little bit unbalanced, and if anyone has a suicide kill, they should always die first. I think that the only time that a suicide kill should be in your advantage is if you are already a stock up, because then you would have to, sacrifice your life for theirs, but you would die first. I think that is the most fair thing to do, so we can expect to see that, and if we don't, like I said, it's not 100%, but I think this is something that is very subject to change. I'm expecting to see a lot of character nerfs when it comes to, like, the quote-unquote S-tier characters, just because for the fact that, they're the best characters in the game, they have the most eyes on them, and they've been tested the most, so the most glitches and things like that can be seen and found with these characters. So that means, like, characters like Inkling, Chrom, Pikachu, Pichu. These characters, I expect to see a nerf, some of the Fire Emblem characters. While I think that most of the Fire Emblem characters, with the exception of Chrom, are pretty balanced, I think that Chrom just has a lot of things that make him a lot better than them, and I feel like if they are going to balance him, they're just going to make him a little bit more even on the playing field with the rest of them, because you really have no incentive to use any of the Fire Emblem characters that use a sword other than Ike, maybe, because Ike is, kind of different from the rest. He's stronger, slower, has a different moveset. The rest all have a pretty similar moveset, so you really have no reason to use any of them other than Chrom. I think Pichu also has a combo that can kill at like 70%, which it might get nerfed. It may or may not, but I think, honestly, it will stay, just because of the simple fact that Pichu as a whole, Pichu, I don't know if it's a guy or girl or both, so they do a good amount of damage, but they take a lot of damage. They take damage from their own moves. So I think that this combo might just stay. Maybe it'll get buffed a little bit so that it doesn't kill at 70%, because 70% is extremely low. But it is a really good combo, and I wouldn't be super surprised to see it nerfed. Now, what I'm saying here is not that everything that's good is going to get nerfed. I'm saying that things that are good to the point where they don't really seem like they were meant to be in the game can get nerfed. I don't play Chrom too much, so I don't really have much to say about him other than the suicide thing, because I know a lot of people have been complaining about that. But if you guys are Chrom mains, or you know things that Chrom has that is just, you know, like actually broken, not something that's just annoying, but something that's actually broken, put that down in the comments below, and anything that you guys think will be changed, put that in the comments below too. And while you're down there, press that like button and subscribe. But I also think that another thing is the online GSP balancing, or something along those lines. Because with the new system Nintendo is doing with the patches and everything like that, we are getting like actual patch notes, and it's gonna help us realize what they change, and maybe it's a note that they might be drastically changing more things and they want to let us know. But you know, we don't really know, but it's good to have patch notes now, because at least we can know what changes. But yeah, like I said before, I think another thing to keep a lookout on is the GSP being changed, or like reworked or fixed, because essentially GSP doesn't really make much sense. There's a bunch of videos out there that explain GSP, how it might work. There's really no way of knowing how it works. I haven't seen a single video where it's like, this is how GSP works, and this is how you get up, this is how you go down. Like, obviously, the main part of GSP is, you know, when you lose, you go down in GSP. When you go up in GSP. But, you know, sometimes you go up by 300,000, sometimes you go up by 2,000. You know, my Inkling goes up by 1,000 every single game. And obviously, if you're at a high GSP or a low GSP, if you're at a low GSP, it's impossible to climb. If you're at a high GSP, it's going to be impossible to fall. So, I'm not really sure how GSP works. I do have a theory that I might make a video on. If you guys want to see that, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. But comment down below anything that you guys think might be changed, and that's going to be pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Zerktic out.